shift the other way. You know, you got to find that balance.
Right.
I did an interview with John Waite this past week,
Oh,
and he's 68 years old now,
yeah.
and we were talking about one of the things we were talking about was missing you, and it was featured in. I said, when they put it in Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, they Rockstar Games was acknowledging that you represent the 80s, right?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, he goes, I heard that we were in that game somewhere, and he goes, I didn't own the catalog to it then. I was like, wow, the amount of money that he did not make
Right.
at that time because it was in that game. He goes, but I recently got the catalog back, so now I get the missing you money. He called it missing you money. And I said, oh, now you get 6 cents instead of 3. And he goes, exactly. He's 68 years old, and I said, what you need is a real decentralization in the music industry. And he dropped everything. He was like, oh my God, that's such a great word. What kind of a word is that? Decentralized. And I was like, you could be 68 years old, and the minute that everybody agrees that that's where the future is going,
Mm-hmm.
has no idea about crypto, doesn't know what blockchain is. But when I said, yeah, we're trying to get this decentralization of the music industry so everybody can earn their fair share, he was like, I'm writing that word down. I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, he was a really normal guy, laid back,
Yeah.
multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
In our interview, he was like, yeah, I just want to sit back and talk like old friends. And I was like, okay. He didn't want the back and forth question answer. The interview was great.
Cool. Is it up on YouTube or something?
It's in the Cyber FM ecosystem, and
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Spotify, iHeart, all that, And I got bloopers and blooper reels that blow your mind.
Hey, Kev.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Beautiful day today for once.
Yeah, it's nice here too. We're going to California tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. Whereabouts?
A place called Carlsbad, California.
Okay.
It's about 30 miles north of San Diego, right on the coast.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Right, James, how you doing?
Money.
What's that?
Right, James, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good.
No, not a lot of money. I got a Groupon for the resort, and the flights cost me $5.
Nice. I once went to Oslo, and it was £1 each way.
Nice.
But what they don't tell you is, if you don't do your research, is Oslo is the most expensive city on earth. So it was £35 for a burger and a Coke. So yeah, it was. God gives with one hand and takes away with the other.
Right.
My debit card got compromised on a road trip, and I have so many your payment has failed emails. I'm gonna have to dedicate a whole day to updating my new card to all of these. Everything from GoDaddy, my car insurance. Man. Guaranteed every single time you go through the Carolinas. I don't think I've gone through the Carolinas once without getting hit by one of those card skimmers.
Oh, really? Wow. All right, we'll give it one more minute. Hopefully Martin will join.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Glennis. Long
Hi.
time no see.
Morning. How you doing?
So James, I know I chimed in late. What were you saying about North Carolina in your travels?
My card got compromised when you skim it for the pump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's every single time I go through the it's like guaranteed. I should probably get one of those prepaid cards just for those trips.
Just for that. And yeah, interesting.
Or pay cash. They
I have
can't.
like 100% accuracy rate with losing a card. They stick these skimmers in the regular. It's always an employee or somebody, you know. You fill up, and my truck required. My truck has a 42-gallon tank.
Oh, okay.
Typically, you got to do the card twice to fill up, and then all of a sudden, boom! Steam games, Spotify. Like, hey, oh, I am not paying for Spotify. Something's wrong.
I know I've heard that. Well, I know there's been a number of cases here in New Jersey, but attached to ATM machines.
Yeah, I think it's so simple to install,
Yeah,
like an NFC type chip, that you don't see it,
you don't even see it. Oh,
and your purchase still goes through.
right, right.
That's why you got to see if you can remove the piece and see if it's loose before you scan your card.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, because they're usually just Velcroed on or something.
They just pop it off, and you don't.
Yep.
No, and using my debit/credit card, because I was the victim of identity theft a number of years ago, Chase automatically they see if my spending habits aren't consistent. Normally, they automatically freeze my account and call me. So
Yeah, it does too.
that's
Yeah,
tough.
I did get a call from the bank when I got home, and which I wasn't expecting, and it wound up. I made it worse, right? I was like, oh, thank God you called, because I had already had like payments bouncing. So I took a cash advance on my credit line, transferred it over to my checking, which of course is like 23% interest, right?
Right.
So they're like, don't worry, we're going to reverse all that. Poor guy had to work on my account for like an hour.
All right, why don't we get started? Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Let me know when you can see it.
Yep.
All right.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Whole thing today is centered around motivation. So what are the top reasons for motivation? Can anybody guess what one of the top reasons for motivation is?
Make money.
Yep. So some of these surprise me. Fear. Fear is a very powerful motivator. Peer pressure. Pride. Recognition. And of course, money. And if you want to read up a little bit more about these, I'll put this in the chat for you guys. There are more detailed descriptions of these. But are there any other reasons for motivation that you guys can think of outside of these?
Well, those are pretty broad.
Say,
statements, right?
Wanting to
What,
improve
Kevin?
self-development
Okay,
and development of the communities you're part of.
very good. So let's talk about how to motivate without money. So give people a sense of meaning and purpose in the work. Working in a positive culture. Recognition. Opportunity to learn and develop. Spelled progression wrong. And a clear path to progression so that you're always achieving more. These are all done by the study that Hayes did. And I'll put that in the chat too, if people are interested in the details.
Thanks.
So let's talk about the reasons why you should be motivated. Motivated people have more energy. Motivated people are more decisive. Obviously, if you're motivated, you're more productive, hopefully. Cooperation, so working together. Efficient. And one that surprised me was luck. That motivated people are more apt to be lucky than people that are not motivated. Intelligence. Successful. And then talk about having a motivational source. Realize what motivates you and seek that out. And happiness. Motivated people tend to be happier. And I'll put this in the links. My source. So one of the things they talked about is how to find out what motivates people. And the key way to find out what motivates a person is to listen to what they say. The words they use, how they dress, what kind of car they drive, all could mean different reasons for motivation. So for instance, if pride motivates them, they like the fancy clothes, they like the nice car, they're always talking about their car and fawning over it.
Never.
That's something you can listen to and see that drives their motivation. So, but the whole key is listening to what they talk about. Hey, Martin.
So that's actually one of the problems that I've encountered. I don't know how often it happens to you, but I am somehow a magnet for the people to go, how do you do it? What do you do? How can I want to do something like you? Right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
As of more recent, it's more like, what coin should I invest in?
Right.
I go, bro, I'm not, that's not how it works in real life, but even with just business, why do you do, how do you do it? I want to do something like you. And I think I've said that to people. I go, well, what is your goal? More of a goal. I go, what is your goal? Where are you gonna, like, why do you want to do it? Right? What are you going to accomplish when you do it? And
They don't know.
subconsciously, I find myself doing exactly that when I take on a project. It doesn't matter if I'm going to go invest in a particular coin. I'm not going to do it to make money. I'm going to do it because now we're shopping for a roof on our house.
Okay. So you have a clear goal in mind and it's just the means.
Do I want to pay for a roof on this house, or do I have the ability to go accomplish getting this roof on the house? So I'm not looking to make $1 million.
Right.
I'm going to make 10 grand this month. And it's going to go towards a roof. And then when I solve that problem, now I have a good new roof. Now, and you can multitask, right? Go, well, listen, I need a new wheelchair. I'm not interested in dealing with the health insurance companies
Right.
because that'll take 6 months. So let me work my magic to buy myself a wheelchair. Now you can do the same thing in a bit. That's just coins, right? But now in Cyber FM, in your business, you say, well, how do we bring in 1 million new listeners? So I got to go get motivated. You know what's going to bring in a bunch of new listeners? John Waite,
Right.
right? King of the 80s. So take the initiative, reach out. You'd be surprised when you find a rock star that they'll actually say to you, yeah, sure, I'll sit down and talk with you. What do you want to do? You wind up building a relationship. Now you've built that relationship, so now you're confident. You feel ultra cool because now you're friends with John Wade, right? Email
Right.
me anytime. When you're in LA, let's go get steak. So you're like, oh my God, this is the lifestyle I want. Now the listeners come. John Wade throws you a plug on his social media, and now you've got more success. So you start off with one goal. When you accomplish that goal, you realize that you have the ability to accomplish goals, but then keep setting yourself more goals. If you stop and you're just waiting for the success to arrive, it's not going to happen. So you're going to constantly need a refresher in motivation, and you're always going to want to change your motivation. That's the way I handle it.
Always have a goal.
Dynamic motivation.
Like that. I like that. So, Kevin, what motivates you to get up and go to work?
Well, up until recently, I had sort of lost my motivation because I've been temping for 6 months, and all I've been doing is data entry, which is fine. It pays the bills. I keep turning up, they keep paying me, but it felt a little bit of a hamster wheel. And recently they gave me access to the code base for this app that we're developing. And so now I'm getting involved. They don't have a dev team. It's being done by a third party, except now they've given me access to the code base, and I'm in their meetings, and I'm now trying to bring the knowledge in-house. So now I'm actually motivated to look at how the code works and try and make things better. Because up until recently, I've just been raising tickets saying, this doesn't work, this looks horrible, and literally just bug testing. So there was no chance to get actively involved. But now that I'm actually getting a chance to make some contributions to a final product, that really has given me motivation to jump out of bed in the morning for the last couple of weeks.
That's great. So new challenges motivate you.
Yeah.
It's good. Good.
Yeah, to be able to actually get involved in something, from very early on.
Right.
Sort of, because I've been coming at it from a technical point of view, even though I don't understand what the app does. So now that they have a project manager who's been able to explain it a bit further, I can sort of now see the slightly bigger picture, and now we know which direction to aim for, and what's next, the next phase, if you like.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So feeling pretty motivated of late.
That's great.
A new challenge here, something to get your teeth stuck into, something to get involved with, whatever it is, whether it's this kind of stuff, or whether it's the music, or promotions, or whatever field you're in, really.
Very good. Glennis, what motivates you? You're on mute.
I'm finding this meeting very interesting, and I look forward to listening back to both you, James and Kevin, and reading these websites, because ironically, at least 2 of the top 5 reasons for motivation are that which do not motivate me, and that is fear and pride. I worked for a company for over 30 years, and we grew, we took on more people. So what was, and still was at the time I left, a privately held company, we had to take on different policies as kind of operating up more as a large corporation. And I don't know, things just changed, and there was a level of subterfuge, and I was laid off, and kind of came out of left field, though I kind of had the underpinnings that something was going on. And it just really devastated me. And it's kind of a long time in coming for me feel confident in my abilities. So yeah, it's kind of trial and error for me. So again, I look forward to reading some of this and hopefully again listening to your experiences and what motivates you along with these other resources to read. Maybe something will just kind of, have one of those flashbulb moments for me and I'll
Yeah, there's a lot of good content there. Yeah,
pick up
definitely.
something to carry me through. Because like you were saying, James, and it's kind of a mantra that I've been told, something is better than nothing. And that, start off small, even if it seems inconsequential, why bother? It doesn't really mean anything. That at least if maybe you accomplish that, you have these stepping stones and you begin, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's just a question for me, getting off that, you know, basic.
Getting started.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem.
Yeah. I don't know if you're there, Martin.
I am.
Hey. Everything good?
Oh yeah, right now.
All right, good. What motivates you to make music, Martin?
So it's not just about music; it's about motivation in general. I can pick up a task, something that I like, but within the day, I will be demotivated if I can't share it with somebody that doesn't enjoy it. I need to be able to be in a group with people, even if it's one person. Imagine if it's like, playing a game, for instance. If there's nobody to play the game with, I don't want to play the game. So motivation for me is when I can share it with the rest of the world or friends or family or whatever. It just makes me keep on going. And the moment that the people lose interest in it, I lose interest in it as well. Because why would you do something that you can't share and be happy about, Not pride, but happy, humble
Recognition.
because um let me give an example. Okay, so I have a CD buffing machine. Okay, I thought it was really cool because Family Video was going out of business and they were selling them super cheap. So I thought to myself, I want that. But that was my first second. I wanted something, but I was starting to get demotivated. And then I went home and I talked to some friends and they're like, dude, a CD buffing machine? That's crazy. Yeah, dude, you got to get that. And I'm like, why? Started asking the questions and they were more interested in that it can fix CDs of the past that people still have that don't work. And I said, dude, you're right. So if I can help somebody in the future, then I'm motivated in getting this product, fixing it up, and making it work so that somebody in the future can be happy with the services. Same with music. If I'm working on a song and somebody's like, I don't like it, I move to the next person. What do you think about it? I don't like it. If nobody likes it, then I'm probably not going to do it because nobody likes it. That's probably the wrong thing to do. Nobody likes it, so I don't do it. But it's more energetic, when people are into your story or into your music, then you find yourself and you're like, okay, so now I got lyrics, Evie motivated me to write Here I Am. And if it wasn't for the conversations between Evie and myself, then Here I Am wouldn't exist. And it has nothing to do with my life or her life. It was just something that was said in the conversation. And I was like, man, I really want to write that song. And then other people started working on the project with me. And yeah. So as long as the rotation, the clock and the gears keep going in my head,
Mm-hmm.
as long as people are around rallying it, then I'll be around doing the same thing. That's what motivates me.
Great. Thank you.
Well, we're all here to support you in that endeavor for sure.
Thank you.
Yep. So does anybody have anything else they'd like to talk about in our meeting today? Any other topics? I've been kind of driving the topics to date. So it would be nice if some other people opened up and helped out with some of the topics. That would be very nice.
There was a very interesting interview with Vitalik from Ethereum about Ethereum 2 and all of the stuff that's happening in that ecosphere. It's long, but very interesting. And a lot will be happening in the next year or two. If that's something that's of interest to people or people you know, it's well worth them having a look at, because he's quite good at explaining things, because it's a whole new world, isn't it? Cryptocurrency and all this sort of stuff, and blockchain. And Vitalik is a very interesting person, and he can explain it to normal people like us, or certainly like me. Yeah, I would recommend it. So a lot happening in that ecosphere in the future.
Very cool.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot about right now in July. You got what's called an EIP 1559 rollup, which is considered a service pack to the Ethereum framework, and that's supposed to reduce gas fees as they've gone out of control. You know, one of the things that we get challenged with at Cyber FM is that lack of knowledge that Kevin was talking about. So we hear a lot of, what do you mean I need Ethereum? What do you mean I need ETH? Why am I paying? And we have to go, you're not paying. It doesn't matter if it's Cyber FM or some other, Wi-Fi. It could be anything. If you don't have gas to pay your transaction costs, you're not moving a token.
Right.
So we have apparently, through no intention of our own, gotten the absolute brand new crypto people. So there's so many challenges going on with crypto itself. Ethereum is going to go through this massive change. Talk about proof of stake versus proof of work. Regular people don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand how a node operates. All the way down to the people that go, well, why do you call it gas? Why do I need gas? And then you're at the point, like Kevin was saying, where you really got to dumb it down, and you go, well, you can own the greatest car in the world, but you got to put gas in it.
Right.
I've always thought of it that I'm a car guy. Shocker. So, you have your gas, which is the amount. Your gas is what fuels your transaction. And then you have your gas limit on every transaction. And I consider that the gas tank, right? So your gas price right now might be 30 GUI is what they call it. But then they forget that you have to set your gas. The wallets do it for you. But you need your 42-gallon tank. Your gas price is 30, but you're not burning 30. You're burning the amount. You're telling the wallet how much you're willing to burn to move this token.
Right.
And if I'm willing to burn more,
yours gets first.
Going to go through first.
Right.
We are not accomplishing this broad education to the regular community as a whole, including Vitalik. The crypto community is not training regular people to the best of their ability.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a good analogy where
I don't see that coming soon.
If you think of Bitcoin as digital gold, think of Ethereum as digital oil, and it's the whole backbone for the whole the whole ecosystem is oil, based on oil, digital oil. You need it for everything, to power every smart contract and so on.
People don't, you've already, yeah, it's a great thing to say. But if you go outside and you ask your next door neighbor, how do they make tires? He's going to say they make it out of rubber. Right?
Mhm.
He doesn't know that it starts off with oil. So he just knows it's a tire made out of rubber. Right? And then later on in life, you can see a park bench, and that park bench was made out of recycled tires. You can still say, well, that park bench originated from oil. So, but nobody knows that. And that's the problem with crypto, is that when you say Bitcoin is gold and Ethereum is oil, you're still talking about finance. And as much as cryptocurrency is a financial
Vehicle.
ecosystem,
Yeah,
vehicle, that's not what
it's
a
based on.
lot of crypto does. It's not what blockchain does. So if you when you buy a house and your mortgage company has you DocuSign electronically your closing, that DocuSign actually gets written to the Ethereum blockchain. DocuSign is covering the cost of taking your mortgage closing documents, storing them in a blockchain by hashing a transaction. They're moving their internal token. This has nothing to do with the price of Ethereum. Your house cost had nothing to do with the price of Ethereum. DocuSign was free for you to sign, right? Nobody knows if that's Ethereum.
Right.
Nobody knows that the entire world has already adopted DocuSign. So now what happens when people start complaining about Ethereum and they're like, oh, this doesn't work. This, you get that FUD. I can't afford to use it. This doesn't work. Meanwhile, you're already using it. You don't even know it. But DocuSign doesn't even promote or brag or explain it because they don't need, like radio. We're doing it, right? We're mocking the whole. We literally are. We're saying paying you to listen to radio because that's the only way that we could actually get you to understand that we are logging royalty tracking to get rid of the need to audit, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear that. Artists don't care. The government don't care. The listener don't care. There's only one person who cares about getting audited. Cyber FM.
Right.
iHeart, Spotify. They when TuneIn got audited last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago now, TuneIn got audited by the powers of be, a company called Sound Exchange, appointed by the U.S. government. Who was it? I want to say it was Pandora or somebody. Went on social media and took a swipe, and they were like, "Ha ha, TuneIn's getting audited. Can't wait to see those results." And then next thing, it was like a week later, Pandora gets audited. Duh! What are you stupid?
Right.
So we're creating technology where TuneIn and iHeart and Pandora and all them. Oh, you want to audit us? Check the blockchain. Done. But people don't know that with Cyber FM. We can't do that with Cyber. We have to go. Hey, we're paying you to listen to radio. When I pay you to listen to the radio, I'm dropping a token in your wallet, and that token is protecting my company against the government. It's anti-government. It really is. So when the government comes to audit me, how many listeners do you have? When did they listen? What month were you? Here you go. Shut up. Prove me wrong.
It's all
That's why it's worth it for me to get a value assigned to the CyberM token and just market it as I'm paying you to listen to radio. You're doing more for us than we could ever do for you.
Wow.
But
Very
we're not
cool.
teaching that. We're not teaching that. That's why DocuSign does it. That's why CyberFM does it. That's why these other companies are going to come out and do it. But all we talk about is when moon. When am I going to be rich?
Right. I posted a link in chat to the video that Kevin was talking about. If anybody wants to check it out, it is pretty long, but if you're interested in crypto, it's a good primer for Ethereum. 2.0.
The 2.0 is going to be cool. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
It's not something they're going to roll out in July and be like, oh, cool.
Well, it was interesting. Coinbase was prompting me to bank my Ethereum stuff as a pre-purchase of Ethereum 2.0. And they're giving you, I think, like 6% APR, but it just banks the money. You're not going to make any more money off of Ethereum, and you're only getting 6% APR until, 2023 when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. So
The APR stuff is I honestly believe that that's an attempt to show regular people, that's something they know,
right.
right? I'm moving from a CD to an IRA because I want a better annual percentage yield. And I recognize that now with, oh, crypto. Oh, okay. Oh, 6%. That's unheard of now. That's 1983. That's going to go. It's not going to, it's also going to fail. Nobody's getting 6% in the real world. And it's unsustainable. That's the, that's the word.
Well, it depends on the actual the people using the company, doesn't it? I mean, if it does have, if it's just whales pumping and dumping and gaming the system, then yeah, they are all doomed to fail. But some of them, they do have potential, but I think we're a long way off that yet. I know that you can get, if you with stable coins, you can get between 10 and 20% APR returns. So even people who aren't really into Bitcoin, they at least understand digital dollars or whatever. So that is an option for people just getting into it, I think.
Very interesting. So this week, I don't have a quote, but I do have a motivational video that is very good. It's about almost 12 minutes, but it's a very good watch. You guys know I'm a big proponent of Seth Godin. It's Seth Godin talking about motivation.
Nice.
And I think it would be a great watch for everyone if you're interested in that.
Cheers, Rob.
So I've linked it in the chat. Lots of good references here if you guys want to do your own research and touch a little bit more in depth on the topics. Those links can help you out.
Excellent.
All right. Well, that's all I had for this week. Does anybody have any other topics they want to talk about, or should we end the call early?
Hey, if you next time you talk to Fabrizio, have him. I think he asked me. We're going to feature him over there in Cyber FM.
Yeah.
I believe his library or his catalog. Or, I was thinking maybe Institunes so people could choose on demand.
Okay. Yeah, we can get that over. What's the best way to get it to you?
Yeah, it was where the conversation was going. I think he was working on artwork first, maybe.
We do need some cover art. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the things. And then I basically I told him cover art, title, summary of the project. You
Right.
know, this catalog consists of Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses covers, blah blah blah. For the people to read.
Sure, I can
And
put
then
some together. I just got to get his catalog. He doesn't.
I didn't know if you had an RSS link or if I need to make one internally, which I can do.
I do not have an RSS link. But let me work with him to get. Unfortunately today he had a family emergency that his daughter was sick, so he had to beg out of today's meeting. But he asked me to record it for him so he could watch it later. So I have recorded this for him. And
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
get it.
want to think I forgot or anything.
No. Also, you wanted us to do a video for you. That
I did. You're right. See how busy I am? I forgot it.
so we need to get together on that too sometime. Maybe after the week after next, because we're going to California next week.
Yeah.
And I'll swing back around. I'll text you, and maybe we can get on a call and figure out what you need and get it done.
And Kevin, I don't know, how artistic do you think would you rate yourself? Or we need little web tweaks, and
Yeah.
you know what, we need actual. Here's what I'm not. Nobody over here wants to do it. We need to update and create like roadmaps. I don't know if you've ever done a roadmap before.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
You
do
know,
that.
and it's really got to be, the motivation has to be almost explained like I'm 5. You know, a pretty roadmap. Little car on the road, Q1. Is that something you might be interested in doing, or?
Definitely. Leave it with me, and I will get back to you. I have done something similar to this before. Yeah. Leave it with me.
That would be.
Happy to help.
Kev, do you have his contact info?
Yeah, I've got your email.
Okay.
Your email, James.
We're looking for a lot of. We have to make training stuff and informational stuff.
Yeah, we certainly can help you with that.
Yeah, definitely. Leave it with me. I'll come back to you.
Yeah, I'll reply to one of your emails.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy days to stop on by and chat for a little bit. I hope you found some of this useful.
Always nice to talk to you all.
Yeah, also a good time. But please help me with some of those ideas.
Definitely. Sorry about that, Rob. I was meant to do that last week, wasn't I?
It's okay.
Yeah, right. Will do.
You could just, whatever floats your boat, hit me up on Discord or hit me up on email, whatever you want to do. The link for topic submissions kind of got reverted on my website, so I need to look into that. So don't go there because it only lets you put your email in.
Okay, no worries.
I don't know what Wix is doing. They even took down my YouTube page where I had all my embedded YouTube videos on the page and replaced it with this other page that didn't make any sense at all. I don't know. It was weird.
Probably an update.
Yeah.
These sneaky little updates which ruin your whole site.
Yeah. So I gotta sit and do a little work on the site, but we'll get her back in shape. I will be sending out a link to the video later today after I get it processed and updated, if anybody wants to go back and run through these. And before we end the call, make sure you bookmark some of these links because they go away when I close the meeting. And again, thank you, everyone.
You should put them in your summary on the YouTube.
What's that?
Any links that you put when you put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll put them in there.
Yeah, put it in your paragraphs.
Sure.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Have a nice weekend, everyone, and have a good holiday, Rob.
Yeah, well, it's for my birthday. We're going to have a good time. So
very nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you. All right. Take care.
Take care.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.